The BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico is one of the biggest corporate disasters of all time. Joining us to talk about it in this week's Smith Business Close-Up is Dr. Shreevardhan Lele, the Tyser Distinguished Teaching Fellow of Decision Sciences. Dr. Lele, thank you for being with us.
Most delighted to be here.
I'm interested in talking about some of the decision-making that took place, but let's start with another area of focus for you, social responsibility, and just what BP's responsibility is here.
They have different types of responsibilities here. Certainly they have legal responsibility, and that will get sorted out through the through the legal process. They certainly also have economic responsibilities, not only to their shareholders but also to a variety of other stakeholders. But most importantly, they also have a moral responsibility to all of their stakeholders. And I think it'll be interesting to see how they balance out these various responsibilities that they have.
Where do you see those conflicts arising with that in the future? Are there limits to some of these areas of responsibility?
Yes, indeed. So they are often in conflict, and it is often asserted that, well, maybe there isn't that much of a conflict between the economic and the moral responsibilities, and here we are seeing that that's not the case. So carrying out its responsibilities to all those affected is definitely going to hurt BP's bottom line. And to its credit, I don't think the company has suggested that it is not going to honor all of those responsibilities. At least as yet, there is really nothing that BP has said that would suggest that it is shying away.
How does the fact that this is a multinational, international company affect their responsibility?
It really doesn't in any of those three senses. I think there was some attempt to make that distinction that, well, is it a British company, is it an American company? It really doesn't matter. That these days you have companies that operate all across the world with shareholders from all across the world and stakeholders all across the world. And so that's really a non-issue, its multinational status.
Do you think BP can ever fully recover from this?
Possibly not. The immediate effect of the spill, yes, but I think if this leads to a larger change in energy policy for the United States, as one of the leading energy consumers in the world, then yes, indeed BP would get affected, and this might just be the event that triggers a massive change in energy policy in the United States.
If I can, let me ask you to put your decision sciences hat on for just a minute here. What do you make of the decision making that apparently took place on that drilling platform? We understand some of the decisions apparently cutting corners on a very high-risk operation that had the potential to really destroy the company, but apparently nobody dealt with it in that manner.
Yes, there's definitely a lot of there are a lot of suggestions that BP had been cutting corners for a while. There was talk of getting serious about managing risk, but we have yet to see that. Some of the sharing of risk, some of the issues involved in the sharing of risk, and I think this really gets to the heart of the matter, is that there has been a general trend in society whereby many of these risks get socialized, but the gains or the upsides of the risk get privatized. And I think this is a fairly classic example where the risks are shouldered or borne by society at large, while the profits accrue to the firm. This is something that has been going on, I would say, not just in a matter of years or decades, but it's sort of more of a change over a few centuries in the nature of the corporation and how a corporation shares risk with society.
All right, Dr. Shreevardhan Lele joining us from the Smith School of Business. Sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.